If you had told me just about 3 years ago when I made my first video on Kid Behind a Camera that I'd be making another video on him in 2026, I would believe you. Because guess what? Kid Behind a Camera is back at it again. He posted a video titled, "We're Back Together" for the 6th time already, and counting. Because let's be honest, it's gonna be like this for a pretty long time. Now, I know I'm dragging the entire thing, but that's only because the video I made on him a couple of months ago is still getting views to this day. And you know, I gotta make money some way. But anyways, he's still going with this clickbait garbage. You see it in the title, you see it in the thumbnail. He just simply won't stop. And let me just remind you that he is about 38 or 39 years old. He's almost about 40 years old right now, and he's still doing this, bro. And the fact that he genuinely has like no sort of like barrier as to like when he can stop clickbaiting, he has no barrier for that at all. And it's just honestly ridiculous to me. I genuinely want to know what's going on inside of his head. Obviously, I think I know what's running inside of his stomach, but we just need to know what's running inside of his head, bro, because holy shit, dude, I need to know what is going through his mind when he's uploading these videos. Does he feel some sort of like shame about it? Because I genuinely feel like that he just has no shame in doing this. And then what makes things even worse is that the minute someone calls him out on something like this, he flips the switch into a complete egomaniac and just simply talks down on everybody like he's goddamn Kim Jong-un or something. I mean, you have the same build as him, but that doesn't mean you're Kim Jong-un, bro. You can cosplay as him all you want by thinking you're better than everyone else, but in reality, you're just a complete straight up loser, bro. You're a diabetic 38-year-old YouTuber who's gonna break hips eventually, who's a fat slob and sits on his couch all day making clickbait videos. And the only time you get up out of your bed is to actually record a video with your so-called girlfriend, who, holy bless her heart for sticking with you for all these years, because it's unbelievable. And I just want to bring this situation back into the light. They started dating when Bridget was underage. So not only is Kid Behind a Camera a fat slob, he even dates minors. So we can pretty much change his name to Kid Behind a Camera to Pedo Behind the Camera, bro. Or better yet, we can change his username to Michael Likes Kids Behind the Camera, because that's exactly the situation right here. This dude started dating a minor and is still with that minor to this day. And I saw the interview with him saying that he didn't know that she was a minor until she was like 17. So you stuck with her even after she told you that she was 15 after you guys started dating. That still makes you a pedo, because the fact that you still stuck with her is just ridiculous. Like, I know you wouldn't be able to find any other girl besides Bridget, but like, dog, you could have at least tried. Why the hell did you stay with a minor, dude? That's just disgusting, bro. But anyways, I just felt like I had to make a video about that because it's just so embarrassing how Kid Behind a Camera just doesn't even bother to just get a reality check. He doesn't understand that, like, he doesn't get it. He just doesn't get that people hate this kind of videos. Like, oh my goodness, dude, I can't even be bothered. And you want to know the craziest part? He posted a video 3 weeks ago titled "Michael is Dead." That is just unbelievable. He's fully aware that using like fake deaths or deaths in general get views, so he has to pretend like he's dead to get views. If that doesn't scream clickbait, I don't know what does. And to top everything off, he made another AGP video. That is right, 8 years after his father's death and almost a year after Bridget's dad's death, whose name is Doug, by the way. He's now milking both of their deaths for views because he posted a video 2 months ago titled "A Message from Grandpa and Doug." That is just straight up embarrassing, bro. He shows no respect for the dead and wants to just drag their name through the mud for a YouTube video because that's the only way he can get views. I genuinely hate this guy so much. He's genuinely the most disrespectful person I've met in my entire life. And when I call him out for it, he wants to compare his subscriber count to mine. And just let me remind you that he's almost 40 years old. So the fact that someone in his late 30s is trying to be better than a 15-year-old might be the most embarrassing thing I've seen ever, bro. How low do you need to be to compare yourself with a teenager on the internet who simply made a small video about you? That is just so embarrassing. This dude has put himself in an extremely low bar. I'm surprised he can even get that low, dog. He's putting everything but his weights in the lows, bro. He's putting himself on a low bar. He's putting his content on a low bar. The only thing that he really needs to put on a low bar is his weights. Matter of fact, he needs to put his hands on a bar and start doing some pull-ups and start trying to burn some calories, because he's putting himself on a completely different bar that he shouldn't be on. He should be on those bars on the gym. He shouldn't be on the goddamn bars of being a fucking YouTube's biggest loser. But anyways, I just wanted to make a quick ranting video about that because, you know, I need views. So yeah, that's really about it. See ya.